With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnnie Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnnie Walker Dread Show.
There are a few people out there that comment on my videos who I think know a hell of a lot more about the Kyle Rittenhouse deal than I do. And I thought I knew a lot, but I'm always surprised. Cheyenne and Matthias and Skaggen Pipe and all those guys, and I'm sorry if I'm forgetting some of you. I'm truly amazed at how much research you've done on this. There's one thing that's always in common between them all. The ones that come in and have researched the hell out of this story, that know all the ins and outs, they're all pro-Kyle people. Interesting. Well, at any rate, Matthias Muir is one of those who has commented on another post, but he's one of those who comments on my own. He made a couple of comments here. This was in Matt Orfalea's summary of the Kyle Rittenhouse deal. That's really, really good. Listen, he basically just lays out the facts as we know them, objectively, to let the people, the viewer, decide on Kyle's guilt. So here's what Matthias said. At 9:32, we'll play that, Anthony Huber's hitting Rittenhouse with his skateboard for the first time. Rittenhouse begins tripping because of that. The skateboard is slipping to the left. Huber has to go to the left sidewalk to get it back. He then attacks Rittenhouse for the second time and hits his head with the skateboard. So in the comments I mentioned, how did I miss that? I was wondering how Kyle got so badly bruised by the skateboard. Again, if you remember, in the police station, they examined Kyle and he had a really nasty bruise on his back, or actually towards the nape of his neck. And I was wondering how he got the bruise because the attack that I saw of Huber didn't look like it hit him in that area. And now it makes sense, as you'll see here in a moment. In your estimation, do most people know this? And Matthias comes back. It seems as if nobody knows this and nobody wants to know. Do you remember that Kyle reported to the police in Antioch that he was hit with the baseball bat from behind while he was running? In fact, there was no bat near him, but it was Huber with this skateboard. The scene is partially obscured by other people, but if you pay attention to the shadows Kyle and Huber cast on the pavement, you can pretty well figure out what happened. And why would the skateboard slide out of Huber's hands a great distance to the left if he hadn't swung it with considerable force immediately before? Interesting, okay. He falls on his own. Oh, this jackass, forget him. Logical checkmate. By the way, another one of those who has a lot of knowledge about this whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing, and he's from Czechoslovakia. He knows more about what happened in Kenosha than 99.9999999% of the population here. That's really sad. I never noticed that as well, but it's so clear. To be honest, I think it's because this is the best quality of the raw footage I've seen to this point. And of course, he all goes on to say, well done. Yeah. Okay, so right here, this is Anthony Huber. He's got the skateboard in his right hand. Right there. Now watch, he's going to take a swing with the skateboard towards his left. Right there. Now, you may think, well, this is a little fuzzy, hard to see. Watch where the skateboard goes. That's it right there. Right over here. Now watch. Anthony Huber is going to run over and pick it up. Look how far that thing went. See him? Right here. He's going to go pick up the skateboard. And he's going to go back in and attack Kyle again. Now watch. Now here comes this idiot. He is the luckiest man in Kenosha because he almost gets his gonads blown off. And I mean, we're within inches. I don't know how he slept that night. Now watch. Kyle fires off with an AR-15 .223 round. He fires twice at him. Look at Huber, this moron. At this point, what kind of thinking are you going through? He almost killed this dude. And here comes Huber. Moron he is. He's going to come in. He's going to try to grab the rifle. He hits Kyle again in the head with the skateboard. Grabs his skateboard, his beloved skateboard, because he can't do without that. That's one thing you know about Anthony Huber. And he's got a hold of the rifle. Oh, Kyle just shot him. And here comes Gaige to the rescue. Well, maybe not. Kerblooey. There goes the arm. By the way, that mist was probably blood. Now this dude here, look at him. Why doesn't Kyle shoot him? I mean, what a great target that would have been. So what difference does this make? Well, one thing about it is that Kyle was completely defenseless at the time when Huber hit him. Oh yeah, well, he's got a rifle. Yeah, but he's running in the opposite direction. Huber is running after him, chasing him, and basically tries to cold cock him with a deadly weapon from behind. And then attacks him again. Now, to some of you, this doesn't make any difference. That's fine. But I think we need to correct the record here. I think that there's no doubt about it. Anthony Huber nailed Kyle Rittenhouse twice that night. The second blow didn't seem as bad. It's the first one, I think, that gave him the huge bruise that he had when he went to the police station and was inspected. What really surprises me is when you watch this thing in slow motion, and I understand that when you play things in slow motion, that you sort of get a false impression. But I still think that there was adequate time for Anthony Huber to realize that this one guy almost got killed. Maybe this is a bad idea. And I'll tell you this also. I'm very interested in the toxicology reports on Anthony Huber. Because to me, a straight thinking person, non-impaired, doesn't do this. That was crazy. And if it turns out he was stoned, that's just another example of a person impaired making a really, really terrible decision. As for Gaige Grosskreutz, I don't know. He just saw Anthony Huber shot. At that point, he should have realized, hey, I've been lucky so far. I haven't been shot yet. I'm going to take advantage of this and get the hell out of here. Instead, what does he do? Tries to grab the rifle. Now, did he try to grab the rifle because it was jammed? I'm not so sure. So, like my video and subscribe to my channel. And thanks, Matt Orfalea, for such a really wonderful video. I think that everybody should watch so that they can make up their own mind.